Okay, and now I am just getting it up here on my iPad, hopefully. There it is. There we go. Okay. So my name is Jana and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if you don't already have a demonstrator and would like to shop with me, this is the address to my online store. And I do have a February host code, which is right here. And you can always find it also on the landing page when you get to that address there. Okay, so please join the chat if you can and say hello and tell me where you're watching from. I'm going to be doing an oldie but a goodie card design today, and I thought it would be fun to use, well, I know for sure I'm going to use the sweet strawberry bundle. So it is this stamp set and the coordinating punch. And then I might make a second card, we'll see. And anyway, I've got both of these here. Now the Berry Blessing stamp set is a celebration item which you can get for free along with the wonderful paper. And there's still time. The celebration lasts until the end of February. So if you were to place an order of $100, you could choose this as your free item. So you would get this stamp set, which is a photopolymer stamp set. It includes 13 stamps and then this pack of paper. And there's other things to choose from too, but you could get that, and it's a wonderful choice in my opinion. All right, so let's get started. I have cut the pieces that I need to stamp on, and you can actually make this the pieces any size. They don't even have to be rectangle. Like I could do a circle for the top piece, but let me just show you this one that I made. So this is why it's called triple time. There are 3 layers. So the layers can be however you want them to be, but I'll give you the measurements to have this configuration here. So I made this one using Geared Up Garage, which is this set here, and it also has matching dies. And then the It's Your Birthday actually came from the cute donkey set that is a celebration item, but it was small and it fit right in there how I wanted it. The Hope Your Day is Full of Adventure came from a retired set from last year's. I think this was in the mini catalog in springtime. So I used that one for that little stamp there. But I just love the car that's in here, and I thought that turned out cute for a guy card. Hi Ken. Hi Shannon, thanks for joining me, you guys. Okay, so that is that one. So the way I like to do this, let me give you the measurements for these 3 pieces. The smallest one is 2 by 3 1/4. The next one is 3 by 4 1/4, and the next one is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this will all get put onto a standard size card base. So those measurements are pretty easy to remember if you just remember 2, 3, and 4, and then 1/4 more for the width. So 3, 4, and 5, if that makes sense. And then once I get ready to layer these, I will give you those measurements. Okay, I like to use a couple of pieces of double-sided tape, because when you get ready to stamp, you don't want your layers scooching apart from each other. So they just need to stay together while you're stamping. And I'm not going to use a ruler, I'm just going to eyeball this and layer these on top of each other, and then I'll need one more little piece. And you want these to be able to pull apart without tearing if possible, so that's the reason why I like to use this removable tape. And I see there's a little piece there I needed to get rid of. Okay. And then I'm just going to do the same thing, eyeball this. That looks pretty decent. Alrighty. I thought it would be fun to use these strawberries. I love these. And maybe I'll stick some blueberries on there. I don't know, we'll see. Okay. So this is a two-step stamping set. You get an outline and then the filler for the color part. So I'm going to do the outline first of the strawberry. And I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler, which is a nice dark red. And there's lots of samples. Some people call it triple stamping, and then others call it triple time. So if you just look up triple stamping or triple time on Pinterest, you will find lots of samples of this style of card. It's been around for a long time, and it's just a really fun one to do, I think. So really, I'm just kind of almost creating like a background here. I think I'm going to kind of leave the middle part of the top piece open because I want to do some strawberries there that are going to be punched out with the punch, and we'll have those popped up. So I don't want to fill in all over the front middle part. Okay, I think I am happy with that. And I'm just going to clean my stamp off here with the chamois. And then I think I'm going to bring in real red actually, and some Daffodil Delight. And I've got a finger dauber here. I'm just going to put a little of the Daffodil Delight on here. And then I'm going to kind of roll my strawberry around in the color here. And I made a mess. So let me just wipe that off my block. I got a little carried away. All right. And then I'm just going to fill in these strawberries. And I don't really need to have them all the same. So I think I'll do some inking up and stamping off. And we'll do another one. And you don't have to worry about the fact that there's lines there, because when we come back in with our cardstock, colored cardstock layers, it's going to take care of that. You won't see those. Okay, but since I have some lines going on here, I just want to stamp that off. And I think I'll do another little bit of yellow. And we'll see how this one turns out, because strawberries don't all look the same, so we don't want them to all look the same here. The yellow didn't show up too much on that one, but that's okay. Fun. Okay, how about we do some cherry cobbler, and we'll do a little bit of different colors here. I'm going to stamp off once for that one. And we'll put that one here. And maybe another cherry cobbler up here. Now I didn't stamp this one off, so it'll be full strength. Gives a little bit of a darker, richer strawberry, so it's probably just a little more ripe than the others. And I'm going to clean off my stamp since I was using that darker red. And I think I will do a little more with yellow. And maybe we'll do this one in the cherry cobbler. I love making strawberries. Okay. So maybe we'll make one that is like really not ripe and put more yellow on it. And just a little red. Well, we'll see. We'll try anyway. I'm going to stamp the whole thing in the yellow and then come back with red around the edge. Maybe just on one side. And I'll just stamp that one up here. That turned out pretty good. Okay, one more. And maybe I will just do full on red for this one. All right. Okay, let me get this ink out of the way. I'm going to bring in Balmy Blue, and I want to color or clean this stamp off real quick. And there's some little flowers in here. I thought it might be kind of fun to do. Oh, whoops. There we go. Thought it would be fun to do some little flowers. And I'm just getting a piece of scratch paper because I kind of want to see. I don't want these flowers to be. Okay. I'm going to do the stamp on, stamp off because we don't want bright blue flowers. Just a hint. Because we need to add some green in here too. Got to have some green with these strawberries. Hi, Donna. All right, so there are the little flowers. And we need some leaves. Leaves, or I could just put tops on the strawberries. Thinking. I think I'm gonna do, well, we need tops on the strawberries. Leaves might get a little overwhelming. So let me look at the greens here. Shaded spruce and garden green. So shaded spruce for the outline. Ken had to run me to, well, he didn't have to. He chose to, which I thought was really sweet. My one light here I have, which is an aught light, I went to turn it on and there was no light. And so we had to go up to Lincoln City, which is about 25 minutes away from here, so a half hour by the time you get all the way to the end of the city, which is where Joann's is, and get a replacement bulb. And then I was trying to put it in and I thought maybe we got the wrong one because I couldn't get it in, but he got it in, so it was the right one, fortunately. Otherwise, I would have been having some really bad shadows here because I've got another aught light on here, but I've got light coming from both directions. And if I use I've got one up on the top of my desk. If I turn that on, that creates shadows. So it would have just been dark and shadowy if we wouldn't have gotten that bulb. So now I'm using garden green to just fill in the outlines, and I'm trying not to create a double stem. I did on that one down there, but it's all right. No biggie. One more to go. Oh, Don't worry about the faces, I know. I am constantly like making on my laptop, it's easier to just use the symbols to make a happy face than it is trying to click on the emoji things because it takes so long. And I'm always hitting enter and I don't have the right symbol up there and it makes a really goofy face. So then I'm having to go back and edit it and make the right kind of a face. Okay, so am I happy with that? Let's see, maybe I could just add, I think I'm gonna take that little leaf, the small leaf, I'm wanting some different green in there. Okay. This might be too bright. Let me see. I'll stamp on the scrap paper first. I'm not sure. That's Granny Apple Green. Let me try Pear Pizzazz. Okay, what do you guys think? This one's Granny Apple Green. That one is Pear Pizzazz. Let me know, Granny or Pear? Anybody have one you like better over the other to go with what's already on there? Pear. Okay, we'll go with Pear. Yikes. I almost dropped my whole stamp pad. Look what I did. Let me get a wipe. I'm glad you guys are so patient with me. I tend to get a little messy sometimes. All right, so Pear Pizzazz it is. I just thought it needed a little more filler green in here. Yeah, it definitely needed that. I like that. Much better, I'd say. I'm going to add one right in here. And no, I better just leave it. Better just leave it. Okay, I like that. Look how nice the green wipes off, but red colors always stain. Doesn't hurt anything. It just makes your stamps a pretty color. Okay. Donna loves it. I'm happy with it. All right. Moving on. Okay. So I cut black because, oh, look, don't you just think that's going to make it pop? I do. I should have probably stamped my other strawberries that I'm going to pop out. Or maybe we won't even do strawberries there. Maybe we will do a greeting. I could even turn it this way. And we could stamp happy birthday, you sweet thing in there. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's put this together. I thought I cut a piece of white for the inside, but maybe I didn't. So let me just do that real quick. Oh, I think it's going to be so pretty. I'm glad I cut the black, because I wasn't thinking black at first. I was thinking one of the red colors. Okay, there we go. Piece for the inside. And let's just, okay, now this tape just peels right off. And this piece is going to go there. You have to, when you pull it all apart, you have to make sure that when you put it back together, that you're lining up where you stamped. Like, it's easy to get some of your pieces turned upside down, but you will notice that because the stamps won't line up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you just want to center this. And see, you can see already how it's covering up those lines that were created when we stamped because of the paper not being level. Now see, if I was interrupted or whatever, and I came back and I went to do this, see, you can see how things aren't matching up. So you just want to make sure you get it turned around, and then there you can see that it's matching up with the layer underneath. This is one of those type cards that when you start making them, I think you could spend the whole day doing it, especially when you start getting creative and not just doing the rectangles, but doing some circles or ovals or even fancy label shapes. You can also do these two layers like that and then do your top layer kind of wonky. And I'll show you what I mean. Now I'm not going to do that with this one because I didn't stamp it that way. Whatever way you want it turning out in the end is how you need to put your layers together when you stamp them. So I'm getting my layer right here. I need to put a new blade on my cutter because I'm getting some feathered edges there. Oh, I didn't cut that piece of black the right size. I need it to be 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Let's see. I cut it at 3 1/4 instead of 3 1/2. But no worries, because here is the strip that's already 2 1/4. Let's just make sure, yeah. So now I just need to get a 3 1/2 piece. Now I could also, you can pop these up too if you want to choose to do that. There's no reason for me to be using a blade that's not producing sharp edges when I have some replacement blades. So guess what I'll be doing when I'm done with this video? Changing the blade, which all it is a matter of popping the old one out and putting the new one on. No big deal. Oh, Donnie, you're going to have to try it because it's so easy and so much fun. Okay. So let's just try to get this on here evenly. Looks like it needs to go up a little bit. That looks pretty good. Oh, I love that black with it, you guys. Doesn't that make it just pop? Okay, then that is going to go on there. And then I'm still deciding, do I want to just pop up? Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut a couple of strawberries out and pop them up. And then we will put the happy birthday you sweet thing in the inside. All right. Don't you think sometimes that cards have a way of creating themselves and letting you know? Or am I just weird? Maybe a little of both. All right. Now, there we go. See, I had it turned the wrong way there at first. Okay, then if you want to tie a ribbon around, you certainly can. I think I'm just going to put some bling on it. I'm not going to tie a ribbon around this one. But what I was gonna say, if you want to tie a ribbon around, now would be the time before you adhere it to your card base. I like it, you guys. I am considering starting a series of videos like stamped from my stash, because I love being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and doing all the Stampin' Up! But I have been collecting stamps for probably at least 30 years. Stamps and everything stamping related. And I like those things too. So I really would like to be able to make stuff, you know, using all my stash and being able to share it with people through video. And so I thought it would probably not be one where I'm actually stamping, but rather showing you the things that I make, you know, throughout the week or whatever, and then do it maybe on the weekend. So let's see, I'm going to stamp this in black to go along with the base of our card. So I thought that might be kind of fun to do, because I'm always so focused on my Stampin' Up! Stuff that I honestly don't really play with my other things too much, and that's a shame because I have a lot of it. And I really like it because that's why I got it in the first place. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Okay. Now let's get we need a strawberry on the inside, I think. That just tickles me for some reason because they're so cute. Okay, now, oh, let's not do that. Let's wait and go to the green in a minute. Let me pull out some scrap here to do the one for the front before I move on to green, or two for the front. I've got my scrap bag here. I'm just trying to see if I have any parts and pieces that are big enough to do. Here's one. I might be able to get 2 strawberries on this. So, yeah, I should have done this while I was doing all the stuff on the front, but I got carried away. I was excited. Okay. Putting a little yellow on. And we're going to do a cherry cobbler one here. Oh, that turned out pretty, I think. Now let's see. I better just go ahead and punch this because there's multiple things on this punch. Whee! All right, so there's that one. And the stem will have to be separate. And I think, let me see here. Yeah, I think I can do another one on there. I like how that one turned out. Okay. I'm going to have to trim a little bit off right there to fit it in the punch better. Oh, I've got a mess on my desk. There we go. All right, so there are 2 strawberries for the front. And I better just get these inks put away. I understand Donna. She says she's not with Stampin' Up! Anymore because she wants to start supporting small businesses. And they can use the support, that's for sure. So many stamp stores have gone out of business over the years due to mostly online shopping, I think. I was watching a gal, her video, she lives up in the Seattle area, and I thought maybe, I told her I wondered if our paths had ever crossed because back in the day I used to go to stamp shows. The very first one I went to was up in the Seattle area in Puyallup. And I went there thinking that it was going to be like this little craft show with a few tables, and there were people lined up outside. And I wondered, because it was at their big, like, fairgrounds, their state fairgrounds there. And I wondered what else was going on, why all those people were there. And then I started seeing the people that were standing in line all holding the same little card in their hand, postcard that I had that had come in the mail. And I thought, no way. And sure enough, everybody, we were all there for the same thing. It was 2 floors in this building. It was huge, and I was just in heaven, and I was flabbergasted. And then, you know, I was already hooked on stamping, but man, did that just do it. And back then, everybody made pins, and you traded pins with all the other people that were there, and it was just so much fun. And then that went on for a few years. And then what happened was scrapbooking came along. And once scrapbooking came along, it just changed everything. I never did become a scrapbooker, but a lot of people did. And I remember going to a scrapbooking show actually in Portland, Oregon, and walked in there, and the feeling, I was so overwhelmed because it was just full of all this paper, and my husband was with me, and I just stood there looking. I wasn't even walking around, and I thought, I don't know what to do with this. Because I just didn't get the whole, I mean, I had to know if I was going to scrapbook something, I needed to know what it was in order to buy paper. Where card making, I just bought stuff and then decided what to do with it, you know? And scrapbooking to me was a whole different ball of wax. And yeah, I think I might have bought a few pieces of paper there or something. I can't remember, but it was just too overwhelming to me. Okay, now then, I think I totally should have paid more attention to my punch, because, well, I know what I can do. I've got a little handle over here that I created with a Post-it note, and where there's a will, there's a way, right? Come on, I know I can do it. There we go. Whee! All right. Oh, what did I do? Lock it? No. What's the problem? Oh, there we go. Something was making it not happy. I think I had a piece of paper stuck in there. Okay, so there's one top for the strawberry, and let's just get another one here. Anyway, the stamp shows kind of got smaller and smaller and smaller till they weren't any fun to go to anymore. And all the pin trading came to an end, and then, you know, everything goes in cycles. So scrapbooking is not as popular as it once was, and stamping came back around. But the stamp shows, big like they used to be, they never started back up, not like they were anyway. I forgot to stamp the stem to this strawberry. Do you still scrapbook, Donna? It was never my thing. I tried. I think the other thing that was overwhelming to me is at that point, our kids were like grown, and I thought if there was anything I would want to scrapbook, it would be, you know, stuff to do with our boys. And So that was overwhelming to me, thinking that, you know, well, I would have to go back and start at the beginning. And I thought, no, because that's how my brain works. I know that's not the way a lot of people do it. They'll just scrapbook something from current events and then go back and scrapbook something from the past. But I guess my brain doesn't work that way. I've taken so long with this card, I probably am not going to do a second one. I thought I would have it done a little faster. Okay. Now I'm just going to take a little Tombow here and glue the stems on these strawberries. And I definitely want to put some bling on this card. So cute. Oh, I forgot to do the outline on those strawberries. I thought, why aren't the seeds showing up on those strawberries? Wonder if I could still get it on there. They need their seeds. Let's see what I can do about that. Okay, I want to make sure there's no wet glue there because I don't want glue on my stamp. It's easier to do the outline first, but that's okay. See, much better. Strawberry has to have its seeds. Yay! Okay, now I can put those stems back on. Nobody's going to ever know that I pulled that off except you guys. Okay. Much better. All right, so we are going to have some strawberries on here. Just going to glue this one down and we will pop up the other one. Oh, I think it's cute. I hope you guys like it. All right, now I need some bling. Blingity bling bling. I have something in mind. I just have to find it. These are the holiday rhinestones, and I think those green ones that are in there are really pretty. Let's see how they look. Do I have it open? I do. Uh-oh. Popped one off. And I think it's a green one anyway. Let's just pop it on here somewhere. Let me get my take your pick tool and see if I can flip that over. Now it's stuck to my fingernail. Okay. Come on, there we go. I need a little more stickum. There we go. Come on. Did I lose the... Okay, this rhinestone here. I pulled the the sticky off the back of it. You know what? Goodbye. That rhinestone's going in the garbage. Here we go. Let's try this one. Now, these come in, what have we got here? 3 different sizes, so we'll just do one in each size. And a medium. There we go. Cute. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys will try this if you've never tried it. Like I said, go to Pinterest and look around. Here's the one I created earlier, and that was using that geared up garage. So this one is for a boy. Well, in this case, I made it with a boy in mind. It's your birthday. Hope your day is full of adventure. We have 2 grandsons turning 16 soon. One this month and one in May. I just can't believe it. So I thought that was a perfect card for somebody turning 16 and getting their driver's license. And I'm not sure who this one will be for, but we've got, it seems like all of the grandkids, almost all of their birthdays come in the springtime, one right after the other. So I always have to have birthday cards ready to go during this time of year. Anyway, that is triple time stamping or triple layer, whichever way you want to call it. Triple time's kind of fun, I think. So like I said, be sure to look that up on Pinterest, and you will see lots of great ideas using the triple layers, but some with very fun differences using different like shaped dies and things like that, or doing circles, or having your triple layers up in a corner rather than right in the middle of your card. There's just, you know, the possibilities are endless. This is kind of a basic design here, and the way that I first learned it years and years ago. So have fun with it. I will be back on Friday. Time depending, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that bell so that you will get notified of upcoming videos. And I usually like to do them at 2 o'clock. However, we have a puppy and she doesn't like to cooperate with my schedule. So it's easier for me to do my videos during this time while my husband is home to keep an eye on her. So right now it's just easier for me to do them in the evenings. So like I said, click that bell so you get notified. And then I also like to put it on my Facebook stamping page, which is also JannaStamps, to let people know what time I'll be going live. Thanks so much for joining me. Please share my videos with your friends and hit the thumbs up for me, because that helps my videos to be seen by YouTube. It puts them out there where they'll pop up and people will see that they're there to watch. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. Happy stamping. See you soon. Bye-bye.